I'm not.
I'm gonna watch your stream and I'm gonna be a spectator as well. I'm gonna have both open.
How is that going to work, though? Because I feel like you're going to be a few seconds behind me.
No, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll work out.
Okay. Alright, well, let me make sure it actually went live on my channel, because sometimes it likes to not do that for no reason. Alright, I see it. Go ahead and babble incoherent nonsense. Or just say anything, I guess. Hello?
Hello?
There you are. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was doing something else.
Do you need a second?
No, I'm fine. I'm just looking at something. Oh, watching the wet finale as well.
Okay, well.
It's last one soon anyway.
I'll give the stream a quick listen.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Let me get the stream up as well. Indigo, Sergey. Love.
Okay, there is a tiny echo.
Tiny echo.
I don't remember
Should I try my other headphones?
I think what I did was I turned my headphones down, and that's what made it so that you weren't so loud. So I turned them down.
I can barely hear you, to be honest.
You can barely hear me?
Yeah.
Well, that shouldn't be the case. My headphones are... I sound fine in the stream.
Yeah. Where did I put my other headphones? I don't even know where they are.
Maybe if I turn the headphones down? Because if I turn my headphones down, that's just my sound. That's not the stream sound.
Yeah. Is there still an echo?
I'm about to listen to it.
Alright. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there an echo? Is there an echo? Or do I need to get my other headphones?
I didn't... It sounds like there's a little bit of an echo still.
Oh, okay.
What did we do last time that fixed it?
I think we turned each other down.
Yeah, I just don't know why there's a... What my headphones would do. Is my head that hollow that... like... What? There cannot be that much air inside my brain that... Here, how about now? Say something?
Try my other headphones and see if there's still an echo.
Okay.
But my mic quality might be worse, but we'll see. Hello? Hello? India?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
There's even bigger echo now. I can hear myself.
Okay, well, I guess that didn't fix anything.
Okay, I'll go back to the old ones.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why there's such an echo. I don't understand.
I don't think there's echo now. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
Alright, go ahead and start rambling again.
I am rambling at this current moment. I have Max Verstappen on my screen, as well as Charles Leclerc, as well as Lewis Hamilton. I'm about to go look at my mail, because I have unread mail. How much unread mail do I have is the question. If it will load, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 unread mail.
Keep going, RJ. I'm still listening to the stream, but
with online services at the moment. Trying to go through my mail. Ooh, claim all. I want to press that. It's so slow.
Ooh, claim all. I want to press that. This guy.
Claim all.
Okay, there's still an echo, but I think if I turn... I don't understand what the echo issue is. I don't know why this is happening. I thought maybe if I turned you down, it would help. But it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything.
Yeah.
I could have swore we remedied this issue. I don't remember.
Let me go through my voice chat settings.
Let me go ahead and make the lobby while this is happening, just for safekeeping.
Yeah.
Because I already have all the settings and stuff saved.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it doesn't matter if I have them saved, because this game still does that glitch where it just resets everything anyway. Yeah. Actually, maybe it's smart to invite you first, and... Well, I have a lot of people added, so...
I probably have no one added. Except the old people.
I cannot believe they voted for Monaco. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, there was literally no reason to do that. But, you know, it's what it is. Mercer,
oh my god, so many people online. Is Clay back? Clay's back, right?
Clay is indeed back, yes.
Cool.
Short quali, 35%. Still 27 laps. This is not going to be a short race.
Nope. I'm expecting many safety cars and many retirements.
Yeah, and we don't have
a lot of pit stops and a lot of safety cars. We may even get our first red flag.
Oh, jeez, tell me about it.
I can't believe we've never had a red flag.
Me neither. That is really weird. Okay, so Brad said he couldn't make it to the race, but he's online, so I'm gonna invite him anyway. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Swankier. Let's get Silver in here. Silver. Why does I really hate that the menu still closes after you invite someone? I really don't understand that. It's such a dumb feature.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone for right now, or at least for today. Beaks isn't racing, Ayrton isn't racing. I don't know what Julian's doing.
People, if I've got them.
There's Brodo here.
Attendance.
No, Brodo isn't going to make it, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah, Brodo's put the X.
Chris isn't going to make it either, is he? No, he is. Yeah, he's just not online. I'll invite him anyway. I think that's everyone. Alright, Let me get Chris.
I
Okay.
invited someone that's already in the lobby. Always nice. Is that guy? I don't know if that's one of our guys. No, I think he's not that. Yeah.
Go ahead and babble some more. I might give the stream one more listen.
Alright. One more listen. One more. Oh, I need to start rambling. Yeah, so we've got T-Bones in the Mercedes. We've got Tearful Still 547 in the Red Bull. Swankia in a Scuderia Ferrari HP. We've got Dr. Bod, legendary guy in the Mercedes AMG Petronas. New guy, Acf1 don't know how to say it properly, in the Alpine. We got LDLB in the Aston Martin, or other known as Brian. What a guy! Won championship last season, and I was his rival. I lost. Then we've got me as a spectator, as well as Indigo_Sir Gaming, who is also a spectator. Oh, is Indigo that? Hello.
Yeah, literally the only way to not have an echo is to have you muted entirely.
Oh.
It's ridiculous. Alright, well, so be it.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is... Because I think if I change the game audio to favor the game, it's gonna turn you down for the stream, and people aren't gonna be able to hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's just gonna be echo or nothing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ash hasn't been invited. Let me get him in here. What was his tag? Oh, I did invite him. Okay. Alpha's gonna need an invite. Where the heck is everybody? What is this? What is this turnout? How do we have 20 people sign up and then no one shows up? Well, not no one,
11 drivers we should have, and we've currently got 8. You's not here.
We should have at least 15. I mean, give me a break. This is crazy.
I mean, that's press the tick. I mean, Reese is going to be here late or something.
True. I just don't understand, like, why... I don't know. And some of these people are no-showing as well, so... Like, no-showing without explanation. So
Well,
they're already...
give explanations, right?
Where's Unknown's explanation? Unknown doesn't have an explanation, he's just not here.
I don't know who that is. Unknown.
I don't know. He's asking me if his teammates are... I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
I mean, it is what it is. Maybe it's because they voted Monaco.
I don't know, but the excuses for not showing up are not sufficient.
Yeah.
Is Brian in here? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Reese is online, but he's not showing up.
Oh, he's not online for me.
He's not even on my friends list. Where is he? I thought I had him
I
added.
invited an offline Reese.
This
Oh,
is
Swanky is
ridiculous.
here.
Swankier just showed up? Okay, good. Swankier's in now. I think Aiden is in. Aiden's in. Ash is in.
Reese is in the voice call.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Swankier, you're good, dude.
Could I go see him in the voice call quick?
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
Invite me now. So that's Alpha.
Reese?
Alpha's not even popping up on my...
Are you getting online, Reese?
It's not even popping up on my thing. This is another issue I'm having for no reason.
Okay. Okay, I'll inform.
Hold on, let me find
Okay.
Alpha.
Goodbye, guys.
Alpha, just
Have a good
Alpha. Oh, Diggins, that's who it is. Hello.
Reese is having internet problems.
Oh, so he's not coming. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we can start without him. Or I'll just invite him later.
I gotta try, what's his name's tag again? Well, here it is, so I evidently did try it, and it just didn't show up. And once again, it didn't show up. Okay. Do you have Alpha added?
No. I do not have Alpha added.
I accepted your friend request?
Oh, so they just accepted now.
But he's still not up here.
Yeah, you have to give it a moment.
Oh, there it is.
Where's
Okay.
Chris? Where's
So I
Chris?
guess if you... Yeah, I don't know where Chris is. He said he was going to be here.
Well, guess not. I mean, time zone difference is quite annoying, though.
Alright, well... Once he joins, we're starting. It's 3:05.
Yep. I should probably send some friend requests to these people. So I can invite them.
Your team, perfect. Alright, ready up. I am indeed streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 10 people. I'm not sure what the other half of the grid is doing, but I don't know, man.
Half of the grid are not here. Okay. Qualifying time. Exciting. No one reads.
They don't. It drives me crazy.
Even I didn't read. Oh. Okay.
The amount of questions, like, okay. Hopefully the stream sounds okay. We're still trying to, we ran some tests and, uh-oh. What's happening? Is the game
What's happening?
broken? Why am I just stuck
Game not
on
broken for
session
me.
will start in screen?
Oh my god,
And
mine's
then
on.
it reset. And now it's back to 0. Okay. Finally, we are here for Season 7 of the Achillesir F1 League. I don't know what that was about. Whatever was just happening, we're just going to let it go. But I'm joined by a two-time champion. Yes, RJ, aren't you a two-time champion?
Yes, two times.
Two-time champion RJ, who has
I'm not
destroyed...
sure how many constructors.
I think... I can just check, actually. I don't know why we're trying to guess. Like, I
Yeah.
can't just pull up the standings.
I'm gonna bet it's 2, since I've got 2 wins. No, it's 1.
It's 1? I thought you won 2.
No, it's 1, isn't it? I think it's 1.
Well, let's have a look. Let's see. My stats. I think you're leading the entire... No, Red is leading the entire league. You've got 2 drivers' titles and 2 constructor titles. So, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, well, people are getting on track, so let's focus on that.
Yep, Ashes. I don't think... Who was first on track? I think it was
It is a Red Bull.
Yeah, the Red Bull. The Red Bull of Tearful. Let me make sure you can be heard in the stream really quickly, just to double check. Okay, the stream actually sounds a lot better.
Does it?
All right, let's go. It sounds
Maybe the
significantly
game
better.
noise, like, gets rid of the echo.
You know what? I bet you it probably does because it gives the game something else to focus on. Now, the issue is you are decently quiet for me. But
okay.
I think it'll be okay. Tearful's going to go ahead and set his lap first. So we've got a few new drivers. We got a few returning drivers as well. Tearful is returning from last season. He was Brian's teammate. He was very good. And are we going to have some issues already? Because Tearful and Swanky are both on a lap. And I think Swanky is the Ferrari behind him. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for the 2 drivers, but I think Tearful is a little bit faster than Swanky, but either way, this is still going to... I hope they don't have any issues. A Haas just went around too. I think it was... Or not a Haas. What is it? Is that a Haas or an Alpine? No, it's a Haas. It's Clay. I think Clay's trying to get out of the way of these drivers, as I just saw a Mercedes hit the wall. Alright, so just about everyone is on a lap right now. Brian's staying in. Dignan's out is a new driver. I believe that's Ash. Not Ashley. What's his name? Jeez, I gotta get... There's gonna be a lot of names. Alpha, that's who it is.
We gotta get used to the names, yeah.
There's a lot of names we gotta get used to, and I'm definitely not saying Dignan's every time.
Yeah.
But Tearful's gonna be the first one to set a lap. I saw a Mercedes hit the wall. I just saw... Yeah, I saw Tearful hit the wall just now, too. What's it gonna be for Tearful? Is it gonna be a 109? A 109.6 for Tearful. Swankier is going to be following close behind him with a 111. Someone had a time invalidated. I don't know who that was. I think the McLaren's going to be third. Nathan with a 111.7 as well. Just a little bit faster than Tearful. Dr. Bod with the 110. Dr. Bod is another returning driver who was very good. He worked alongside Silver last season and will be doing the same. Aiden just set a 110 as well. Ash with a 109. Just a few hundredths off of Tearful.
We've got Silver starting his lap now.
Yes, indeed, Silver is starting his lap. So what do you expect to see from Tearful? Or not Tearful, Silver this season?
I don't know, because he was struggling a bit last season, but, you know, he can improve over time. As we have seen with other drivers, especially someone like Brian. Like, I remember ages ago, he wasn't that competitive with the top, but now he's, like, always at the top now.
I would agree. A little corner touch from Silver.
Yeah.
He rounds the last couple of... Indeed, as he enters into turn 12 now. I I think there was one lap invalidation so far. There hasn't been anything too crazy. Is he gonna go deep like Tearful did? No, he's not. He actually takes the turn quite well as he hits the Raskas. I don't think it's gonna be an amazing lap time, but it's gonna be enough to at least solidify a position on the board. Who else is currently on a lap? Nathan is. Aiden is about to start a lap, I think. Yeah, Aiden's about to start another lap. I think Dr. Bod is on an in lap right now, so let's have a look. Actually, let's have a look at Aiden. Let's watch his lap. I don't know what's going on with Chris. He keeps leaving and joining. I don't know what that's about. He's supposed to be racing today. He might be having issues or something. I'm not sure. I'll check the chat and see what's going on. Yeah, I'm not really sure. He's not saying a whole lot of anything. Oh, there he is. He's back. Okay. Like I was saying, quite a few new drivers. Some of the faster drivers from the Luigi and DuPont are not here today. I'm not even sure if Luigi signed up for this season. To be completely honest with you, I think he did.
Purple Sector 2 from Acf1
Indeed. What kind of lap time is he going to set? He originally set a 1:10.3. He's not too far off the pace, and with how much time he's improving here, he could set a 1:9.8, a 1:10.1, just a little bit faster. Not a huge improvement for him, but an improvement nonetheless. I think Alpha is on a lap right now as well. He is a 1:13.9. It's not what he wanted to set, as he almost bends it at the end of that lap. Yeah, not what he wanted to set, but he could definitely improve on that for sure. I'm looking at Dr. Bod right now. Dr. Bod isn't on a lap right now either. So the only people to not set a lap is Clay in the Haas and Brian in the Aston Martin. Brian, our returning champion, I think back-to-back champion 2 seasons straight.
No, not 2 seasons straight.
Not 2 seasons straight?
No, I was season before, and then Brian won last season. Brian won season 4 and season 6. Oh, Tearful Steel.
Tearful Steel just retired. Did he bin it?
He's hit the wall.
Oh my. I was and Swankier just slammed into him too.
Yes. Oh my god, he's got front wing damage now.
He's gonna have to get to the pits. I mean, he's got plenty of time to recover, so it's not as big of a deal as it looks. But he's gonna need to get out of the way of the McLaren. Dude, he just barely squeezed by him. That was almost really bad.
The McLaren was on its outlap anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, he still could have taken him out.
Yeah.
You know, who isn't on an outlap right now though? Alpha. He's going to be catching up to Swankier shortly, and Swankier is going to have to get out the way. Or he'll do that.
Was that a lock-up and then just like lost the back end?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. That was interesting though. Oh, I have 3 DMs just going off. Oh, 4 from Chris. Chris is having issues joining. It's not letting you... I think... I don't know why it's not letting Chris join. So he's saying that he's having... If he joins and just sits in the lobby, he can join the race, right?
I have no clue because I've never been in that situation, but we'll see.
Let me invite him really quickly.
Yeah, I've just invited him as well.
No idea what that's about.
Right, Dr. Bod's starting his lap.
Is he now? I also just saw that Nathan is still on another lap. Dr. Bot and Ash looking like the two fastest drivers right now because, well, if they can improve on their lap times, all he needs is a couple hundredths to pass Tearful Steel. And Ash isn't too far behind him. Since Tearful Steel retired, I think he binned it, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so since Tearful Steel retired, Ash is at a major advantage to put himself in first.
Yes, and track position is very important here.
Something else I'd like to mention that I thought was really cool is Ash is driving with one hand.
One hand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if, like, what the situation is as to why. But I saw some of his videos on his stream, and he was like a Rocket League pro, and he played with one hand. A 109.4 for Dr. Bod. What a lap for him. That's going to put him in first. So now Ash has to respond. And he was worried about... He was worried about his race pace as well, which is kind of ironic considering the lap that he set. He's currently sitting in third and has an opportunity to take second place.
One.
Indeed, a purple sector 1. Maybe you can do the same with 3 and 4. Brian finally set a lap, a 109.4 from Brian in the Aston Martin. Tearful is going to lose so many positions. Hopefully not a ton of positions. He set a super fast opening lap, and I guarantee you he would have beat it. As the Ferrari just went around, I don't know what happened to Swankier. Swankier may have just spun again. But let's see what Ash can do.
Ash hits the wall a bit.
I did see that. Full ERS and DRS down the straight. What's it going to be? A 109.9? A 108.7. What a lap from Ash to put him in first place for pole.
Unbelievable.
That was lovely stuff. So we've got some very fast competition this time around. I think Clay is on a lap as well. Oh, Clay's been invalidated. Clay's been invalidated this time around. Something else we need to check. Once Nathan finishes his lap, I want to take a look at the race director to see if there's been any other invalidations. We are running strict corner cutting this time around. I don't know how Nathan didn't just invalidate right there. That was deadly. He's going to tap the wall, and that's going to be his race in the bid. Not his race, his qualifying.
Straight into the pits.
Unfortunately, yeah. But let's have a look. Clay's going to come around. Does he have ERS? He does. He's been saving it for this lap. Let's have a look at the race director and see what incidents we've got going on. So we've had Swankier, Silver, Ash, Silver again, and Alpha. They've all gotten invalidated lap time. There's been a lot of invalidations, actually. I didn't even notice. Brian actually got invalidated once.
This can be on in and out laps as well. So
that's true.
Just be wary of that.
Okay, so actually, just disregard what I said.
Swankier is currently invalidated. Even though he's going faster, it won't matter.
So Chris is saying we should restart the lobby afterwards since he's having issues with, it's not even letting him pick a car for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but...
Yeah, I think because when you're late to quali, you have to wait till the race starts, till you can take over a car.
Yeah, but the fact that he can't even pick a car is kind of strange, though.
Yeah.
Like, it at least lets you do that, and then you can spectate or something. What's it going to be for Clay? I think he's looking at like a 110, right? A 111, maybe? I think a 111. A 111.1. Yes. It'll put him one position above Swankier. Aiden's is on a lap as well. He's up a couple of tenths. He's going to need more than a few tenths if he wants to take a Tearful spot, and that's not going to help him at all. Goodness.
It's unfortunate. Too tight on that line, hit the apex wall, and it just caused a big moment with the rear.
It's unfortunate for him because it was going to be a better lap, but now the whole thing is in the bin. Unfortunately, is Swankier on a lap right now? I think he is. No, he's not. He just went to the pits. So who is on a lap? I think Clay is not on a lap right now. I think it's just Alpha. I don't know if he's going to have a whole lot of ERS to to finish it well, though.
Something to note is that Brian is about to start his lap.
Brian's about to start his lap. Okay, interesting. Dr. Bod is going to be starting his lap soon as well. So let's go ahead and focus on
let's see
Brian.
if they can challenge Ash.
Indeed, I don't see why Brian couldn't. Oh, a huge moment from Brian. He was flying around those first couple of corners, too.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. Dr. Bod just been in as well.
I wonder if that's what Tearful did.
It could be.
But it ended up worse for him.
Yeah, and we've seen a few drivers do something similar. Who was that just getting out the way? I believe that was Ash. So Ash is going to be on another lap soon as well.
There's a lot of debris there. Hopefully they do not get a puncture.
Indeed. So Silver and Dr. Bod once again rocking the Mercedes. Hopefully I can have ooh, that was a bit of a lockup. And a touch at the wall from Dr. Bod. Oh, and Nathan Nathan just got a grid penalty for illegal blocking. Oh, and I could see why, because he's got a Mercedes behind him, but the Mercedes is on an outlap. How did he get an illegal blocking penalty on an outlap? I mean... Oh, and Dr. Bod just got validated too. It's a shame. Well, there's going to be quite a few drivers on a lap soon. Ash is about to start his lap. Ash currently on pole, looking to improve that lap time just to put it outside of reach of Brian, Dr. Bod, and potentially Aiden if Aiden can get a decent lap time in. I do believe Aiden's going to have to pit because he got a little bit of wall damage. It looked like Ash may have just touched the wall there as well. So with all this wall touching going on, and honestly, the drivers are pretty fortunate that there's less people on track this time around. I don't know how we're missing 10 drivers. I do not know. I thought Brodo was going to be here, but he didn't make it. It looks like we're going to get Chris, if we can figure that out. So what we're going to do is, if it doesn't let Chris into the lobby, right, and even if it doesn't let him pick Ferrari, if it doesn't let him into the lobby, like into the race at all, then we're just going to restart, and I'll make sure the weather stays dry because it's not going to rain during the race. And that's just how we'll run things for now.
Yes, it's been a clean run from Ash.
It's a bit down on his lap time, though. He
had a few little moments in Sector 2.
A little bit of wheel spin through Raskas. I don't think he's going to improve his time very much. I stand corrected.
Improvement, though.
That was a decent improvement. And Aiden's isn't far behind him. I think the Ferrari's going to get around the line first, but he's been invalidated. Yeah, he's been invalidated. Not to mention that time. I think his time would have put him in 7th as well. That's unfortunate. McLaren's going to set a 114. That's not going to do anything for him. Silver just improved. No, not Silver. Aiden's just improved a little bit. Clay's heading into the pits. I don't think anyone's on a lap right now because Silver just spun.
I think that's quali over.
Yeah, I believe so as well. What a great qualifying session. There was a few incidents. So I'm noticing a couple of spins. I noticed a couple of spins at the casino section, or closer to turn 5. I guess the casino section too. Between turns 4 and 5, and Raskas had a few issues as well. So I'm a bit worried we might see more of that during the race, and I'm also kind of sad for Tearful. It's actually very good that he didn't drop any lower because Aiden did improve that lap time towards the end. I think he said a 196, and he was just slower than Tearful. So Tearful's actually pretty lucky that didn't end up worse for him. Yeah, Aiden said a 199, not a 196. And Nathan with that 5-place grid drop penalty. All right, let's see if we can get Chris in here, and if we can't get Chris in there, then we're gonna restart the. We're gonna restart.
Round of applause for Ash though. 8/10.
Indeed.
And to Brian, the defending world champion.
Yeah, I know.
But Monaco is that sort of track where it's not like really defying what your actual pace is going to look like.
Exactly. Let me get Chris. Okay, you can't. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do a new lobby real quick. 124. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get this new lobby up. Try to do this as quickly as possible. I already have the standings pulled up on my stream, so. We just gotta get people in on time. Although I don't think this was necessarily Chris's fault. I don't know why people are calling me in the middle of my race. Let's go ahead and load the lobby settings. Turn off qualifying. Set up the grid. Difficulty and all that. I'm just gonna set it to dry for safekeeping, just in case it tries to make it rain when it wasn't going to originally. Simulation reduce. Corner cutting needs to be on strict. Immersive, increased. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and get everybody in here. Silver. Actually, let me get Chris in here now. Since he was the one having issues, let's go ahead and get him in here now. Alright. I don't know what Brad was doing, but I'll get him in here too if he decides to. There's RJ. Okay, Chris is in. I see him now. Swankier. Brian. EA, if you watch this, stop kicking me out of the invite screen every time I click somebody. It's so stupid. This has been an issue since 3 games ago. Why is this still a thing? It makes 0 sense. Like, I have to leave every single time I get back in. Like, it drives me crazy. Alright, that's
we
fine.
should have 11 losers.
Yeah, we're missing Aiden. That's who we're missing. Aiden, there's Nathan in here, and we're missing Nathan. Aiden and Nathan. Who isn't even showing up as online for me. What? Which one is Nathan? Why is he not here? Why is Nathan not here? I'm so confused.
I am as well. Maybe his game crashed.
I don't know. I'm not even seeing him on my friends list. Let me ping him in the server.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Let me... Do I not have him added? Maybe that's what the problem is. Oh, I don't. Okay, that's what the issue was. This request is not in line with EA requirements. What does that even mean? EA, shut up. Just shut up. Just be quiet. I can't stand EA. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me set up the grid now. So Ash was on pole. There's
Oh, they're
Ash.
ready up.
Ash, Brian. Oh, tell them, guys, don't ready up, don't ready up, don't ready up, don't ready up. Debod, Steeple. Maybe I could speedrun this. Aiden, Silver, Swankier, Nathan, Clay, and then Chris would technically be last. So, did the grid penalty apply to Nathan? Like, would it have applied during the race, or did it apply during quali?
It would be applied for the race grid position, so he would start 5 positions behind.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, he would be last technically. No, because Chris didn't qualify. So he would be 10th. Okay. So we got Ash, Brian, Dr. Bod, Tearful Steel, Aiden, Silver, Clay, Swankier, Alpha, Nathan, Chris. Okay, we're good. Just had to be 100% sure, because as I was looking at the standings, I was thrown off by my own changes. It's fine. And all the other settings are right. Immersive, increased, yep. Corner cutting is strict, perfect, mwah, beautiful. Simulation reduced.
Yeah.
Alright, we are good to go. Custom grid,
The
27
problem
laps.
is if the illegal blocking was just an EA dodgy game thing.
Yeah.
I reckon put him where he was in qualifying, and if it was true, we'd just give him a 5-second penalty after the race. If it was really illegal blocking.
Not to mention, the person he was illegally blocking was on an outlap, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't think that's right.
Okay, then I'll just leave him where he was, then it's fine. Because I actively saw it happen.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just put him back where he was.
Yep.
Which was, I think, 7th. I think it was 7th, yeah. Well, if my YouTube would stop doing stupid things, I could tell you what it was. Come on. I think he was 7th. I'm just going to put him in 7th. Yes, he was. Okay. Jeez Louise. Yep, Nathan, Clay, Swankier. Perfect. Alright, cool, we're chilling. Alright, now we are 100% ready to go. No more confusions. Yep. Let's do it. You guys can go ahead and ready up. Remember, after the race, we're going to have a form for you guys to fill out for incidents. And we're also going to have a second form to do the track voting.
Don't make it another track like Monaco.
Yeah, please don't pick Monaco. Oh, it's not going to be up there, but don't just, yeah.
And then they choose Baku next.
Right.
Oh. Right.
I really hope they don't choose. I really hope they don't choose Baku. I mean, I'm not racing, so if they do choose Baku, that's on them. That has nothing. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I won a sprint in Baku last season and got second in the race.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Bod won that race.
Interesting. I don't think I was there for that. All right, waiting on a few. So Chris did not qualify. Chris is also a returning champion from season 3. So I have no idea what his pace looks like on this game. He's starting from last, so potential last to first challenge.
True.
Brodo is not here today. We're missing a lot of really fast drivers today. No Brodo, no Luigi, no DuPont. So the fact that we've got competition this strong and we're missing some of the really fast drivers as well, like the really, really fast ones,
Yeah.
we've got a very, very, very competitive season ahead of us.
There's Dragon racing this season.
No, he didn't even sign up.
Okay, it's a bad start.
5 red lights and away we go. Ash will lead the pack with Brian close behind him. Here we go, heading into turn 1. Is anyone going to die in turn 1? No, there's a little bit of contact. A few of the drivers fighting for position. Oh, I just saw the Ferrari start to spin a little bit. I think, are they going to make it cleanly through the first couple of corners? It didn't look like they made it entirely cleanly. There was a little bit of contact, but no one is dead, so that's that's the good news for now. We've got a few soft runners, not many. Is Dr. Bod. I thought he was going to make a dive of the inside. He isn't. There's a few yellow flags in the back. I don't think anything too crazy happened. It looks like Nathan may have gone round. And there's a bit of a stoppage in the bus stop chicane. The two Ferraris are back to back behind each other. It's Chris and Swankier in 8th and 9. And the Haas of Clayton is going to try to make a move around Silver in the next couple of corners, I imagine. So is he going to go for a dive here? It looks like he is. Are they going to keep it clean? He's going to bump Silver off the track a little bit. He's going to lose 2 positions to the Ferraris. The Ferraris are going to hit the wall. One of them has damage. I believe, was that Clay who picked up damage, or was it Chris? It was Chris. Chris picked up a bit of damage. He's moving a bit slowly. That'll enable the McLaren to catch back up, as they're all over the walls. Clayton just made a pass on the outside of Alpha. What on earth is happening in this back of the pack? There's someone in the wall. Alpha's in the wall. That was his whole front wing. Did you see that? And Alpha,
There's so much chaos.
Ash has just got himself a penalty, a 3-second time penalty for warnings. Dr. Bod and Tearful following close behind him. It looked like Dr. Bod was about to go for another overtake. Someone's in the wall.
Straight on.
Who's just binned it?
He locked up and went on to the runoff.
Oh boy, Alpha.
Right, he's got it back going.
Okay, good. As we move back to the front of the grid between Dr. Bod, Tearful, and Ash. There's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of people on track this time around. I think this is the most drivers we've had in the single race in a while, which is pretty nice. Gonna have to get used to all this action. Swankier just made a move on Alpha, and Clay just got a corner cutting penalty. Alpha was around again. Chris, Clay, and Alpha and Ash all have penalties. We're going to see. I'm going to take a look at what those are right now. I think they're all just corner cutting. Yeah, they are. They're all just corner cutting penalties. So very early on, we're seeing corner cutting penalties at Monaco, of all tracks. And Chris just got. Yeah. Chris is looking at 13 seconds worth of penalties right now.
It's not been a good start for the defending champion. He's lost 3 positions on the start, and he's trying to make advantage of those soft tyres he's got at the moment, so hopefully he can get past a few of these cars. But as you know, it's hard to overtake at Monaco.
Very hard, and I don't know how much of an opportunity he's going to have. How many opportunities he's going to have, because the drivers ahead of him are very fast.
Mm-hmm. Right, Swankier's made 2 stops. I think on his first stop, it didn't repair the front wing, so he's had to pit again.
He made 2 pit stops. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. He's now on the medium tyres, it looks like.
Alpha had to pit as well. He spun like 2 or 3 times. I don't even know how many times. There's still quite a few. I need to look at the penalties just one more time. So Chris is still working with 13 seconds, and Alpha, Clay, and Ash are looking at 3-second penalties as well for corner cutting. So we're going to head back down to Brian, see what he's doing. He's going to try to push push and catch up to the pack ahead. He's in the DRS range of Aiden, but there's only one area where you can use the DRS. So I don't even know how helpful the DRS is on this track because there's hardly any opportunities to overtake.
Yeah, the only really overtaking opportunity I see on that straight is if one of them has a tank slapper during the final corner.
A tank flapper?
It's not, the DRS won't even help much.
Yeah. I mean, the top three drivers are staying pretty close to each other. Dr. Bod just got himself a penalty as well. I'm actually kind of surprised. I did not expect to see this many penalties at this track, and we're already getting blue flags for poor Alpha. That stinks for him. We're on lap 5, and Alpha's already getting lapped.
As well.
Chris is about to get lapped too?
As well. Yeah, I think he's already been lapped.
Oh my goodness, this has been an awful race for those two drivers. I feel bad for them because neither of them did terrible. As I just saw Nathan get an overtake on Tearful, who's coming out of the pits.
Yes. Quite an early pit stop, 5 laps in.
So
probably wants to go for an undercut on the Ash and Dr. Bod.
Indeed.
And he's already got an advantage since they've both got 3-second time penalties.
Right. Starting to see a little bit of separation from Aiden and Brian, though. Or from Aiden and Dr. Bod. We're looking at 3 seconds right now.
Yeah, what Tearful needs to hope for at the moment is that he doesn't get stuck behind cars. Otherwise, this undercut won't really work that well.
Yeah, did Tearful get damaged, by the way? Do you know?
I do not know. I can look in the pit stop information if you repair this front. No, it was just a normal pit stop.
So he went for an undercut, but I just saw Brian's in the pits now, going for the hards already.
Yes, he's probably trying to do the same thing as Tearful.
He's going to end up racing Tearful sooner or later. Brian racing his former teammate last season.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you think is in the best position to win right now?
I'd say it's Tearful unless he gets stuck behind a car. He's near to Nathan at the moment.
Nathan up ahead on those 5-lap old mediums. So the top 5 are the only drivers that haven't really been involved in anything too heavy. I think Clay may have gotten caught up in something early on, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it was Clay. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, Tearful just tapped the wall a little bit.
Yes, he did.
I'm not sure if it was Clay. I don't think it was. I think it was the driver behind Clay, but I can't remember who that was exactly. But Dr. Bod is still close behind Ash. It's really just been a race between these two. Is Tearful about to make a move on Nathan? I don't think he is. I think he's just going to hold on behind him. Tearful setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.6, a qualifying time almost. As he's now catching up to Nathan, and like you said, he's going to have to fight to not get stuck behind Nathan, because there's still a lot of laps left in this race. This is a marathon, not a sprint. He's going to take a dive up the inside, and he's going to get it to work too. I think it was clean. I don't think he touched him either.
I think there was a little bit of contact there.
Little bit? Okay. Well, maybe. Oh, Dr. Bod with 6 seconds worth of penalties now, I believe, unless it's more. Yeah, this straight corner cutting is eating some people alive right now.
Yeah, and he's fallen a bit back from Ash as well now.
Indeed, is now swankier as well. I think that's 6 seconds for him too, is it? No, it's okay. Just about everyone has a penalty. Yeah. Goodness gracious! Everyone, Dr. Bod has 6 seconds. Everyone else has 3. Goodness gracious! So Chris got off that 10-second penalty at the very least, which is good for him. But goodness, the penalties are just... they're handing them out like flyers. This is crazy. I didn't expect this many penalties. I genuinely thought people were going to be a bit more careful, but when you got to push, you got to push.
Yes. Hopefully they don't get too many and they get disqualified.
True, and I think
Mercedes spun.
Yeah, it's Silver.
Yes, it's Silver.
He's gone around a second time. I think he's trying no TC, maybe. That is going to open the door for Swankier to catch up to him a bit. Dr. Bod is finally...
Pitted.
Yeah, as I was going to say this earlier, so we've seen another wall collision from Dr. Bod. But we've seen 2 pit stops from both Swankier and Chris. Alpha, Silver, and Brian have pitted once. And as I'm saying that, Silver just heads in the pits a second time. Dr. Bod drifting around the corners, literally. And Silver's going to go ahead and pit again for a new set of mediums. I'm not sure what the strategy is for this race with all the chaos going on. I would still expect to see at least one safety car. I mean, with all the wall touching, someone's got to be in eventually. Is Brian with a 1:11.5 beating some of the qualifying times that were set with that fastest lap pace.
Yes, Tearful's now caught up to the next piece of traffic.
He has. I don't think he's going to make a move in the next couple of corners. He thought about it. He definitely thought about it. You can see the hesitation there, and you can also see how the Haas is starting to slow him down a little bit.
Yes. I think he's trying to get a mistake out of him.
He is. I think he's going to make a move in the tunnel. Is he? He's starting to. That was dangerous. I think coming out of the tunnel, he's going to go for a dive up the inside. He is. Oh, they're going to touch. And Clay's going to get a penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, that was not clean.
Yeah, it was not a clean move at all, and it really doesn't benefit him. So, but he really needs to get around Clay because Clay isn't gaining any time to Aiden, especially after that collision for sure. But even before that collision, Clay is gaining 0 time to Aiden.
Yeah, I think that 3-second time penalty can be appealed.
Yeah, it can, and Tearful's going to take a dive up the inside. Aiden, he's going to touch him and almost send him into the wall. What are these two doing? I think Aiden's just going to, or Clayton's just going to back off and let him through. He is. That wasn't a clean dive either. That was kind of an ugly, kind of ugly moves from Tearful there. I'm a bit surprised Tearful...
Like he's a bit too desperate.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time in this race as I see Brian is starting to catch up to Nathan after taking his early pit stop for the hards, and Nathan's going to touch the wall a little bit. Does Brian show the same desperation as Tearful to get through this traffic? These aren't lap cars, but they're treating them like it. Swankier has gotten himself another penalty. Does Brian make a similar move to what Tearful does in the tunnel? Does he go through the tunnel or inside the tunnel? Silver's going to give himself a penalty. He's going to dive up the inside. No, he's not. He's going to back off and play it safe. So Brian's showing a bit of patience in contrast to what his teammate was doing last season. We're going to take another look at the penalties here. So there's now 3 drivers with 6 seconds. It was just Dr. Bob, but now we're looking at Clay and Swankier. Swankier 50 seconds behind Brian. I believe he just pit recently? I'm not sure. Is there someone around? Is it Silver? Again, it is Silver in the middle of the track, and the Haas is going to slam right into him. Silver's out of the race. Silver is out of the race, and he's going to collect Brian with him. Goodness gracious.
Is that red flag?
It is a red flag.
It's a red flag.
So we've seen a red flag. So Silver went around, and then the Haas slammed into him, taking Silver out. I think the Haas is Clay. So Clay slammed into him and took him out. It wasn't Clay's fault. And then Brian came in and got collected as well, and that's what brought out the safety car. This is the first red flag in the history of the Achillesir F1 League, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we've seen one before. We've seen countless safety cars, but a red flag has yet to happen. And this includes when Ant-Man was racing.
That's funny. I think this is really bad for Brian and
absolutely
Tearful Steel, especially since they've lost position now because they've made that pit stop.
Right, but also I think this is pretty good for Silver and Chris, because Chris had to shake off that penalty early on, which slowed him down, so he lost a lot of time. And Silver, I believe I literally just said, was 50 seconds. Oh, wait, Silver's dead. Never mind. This isn't good for Silver at all. He's dead. So we're going to continue on. Let's see what tires everyone's gone to. Everyone's gone to the mediums of the hards. Ash is going to lead the beginning of the grid. Is everyone going to make it through the first turn cleanly? A bit of contact. The two Ferraris touching each other. The Haas is going to open the door. He's going to let one Ferrari through. Is he going to let the other through? No, he's going to hit the Ferrari and put him in the wall. I don't think there's going to be any damage from those collisions. But now everyone is one right after another, stacked up like dominoes. And this race just got a lot more interesting. If you remember, Ash was starting to pull away with the lead as we see them coming through the hairpin. A little corner cut from the Ferrari. I'm not sure what Swankier was doing there. Did he get stuck? Swankier ended up getting stuck. He went way too far inside, and Clayton, I believe, just upped his penalties to 9 seconds. He sure did. And a 5-second penalty from Brian. Someone's around. There's a huge pileup once again, and literally everybody has a penalty now except for Aiden, and there's going to be yet another safety car. Brian has dropped all the way down to last. Chris has been promoted into 6th. What is happening?
Well, I saw there was a sideways tearful still. I think he may have been the start of it. Maybe he had a little touch with the Alpine in front.
The Alpine of Aiden?
And then it just caused... Yes, and then it caused a bit of a pile up, and unfortunately it's not turned out well for Brian as well as Tearful.
Well, I mean, at least we were both correct about the safety car. We do see at least one. It's just I wasn't expecting it to happen directly after our red flag.
Yes, I think Tearful's got wing damage. I can see an end plate missing.
Well, that's no good.
So he may need to come in and box that.
I think if the Haas wing will get out of the way. I do see it. There it is. Oh, boy. That's unfortunate for Silver, though. I know he's hot. Like, I know he is mad right now. I wonder what happened to him. I didn't even see... So he was having issues spinning in the first place, too. But...
Yeah, I think this is quite good for Aiden, because he's the only one that does not have penalties. So the more safety cars there is, the more it will benefit him.
Indeed, and Clayton, dude, Clay and Swankier. Clay has 19 seconds worth of penalties, and Swankier has 16. This is ridiculous. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume quite a few of these penalties are getting appealed. Because Aiden is going to have, like, all he has to do is finish the race behind, like, close to someone. All he has to do is finish the race close to someone, and he'll gain a bunch of positions. This is wild. I don't think I've ever seen this many penalties in the history of...
Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This is crazy.
Blanker's in the pits. I think he's serving a bit of his penalties.
Is he now?
Yeah, he served 10 seconds worth of his penalties.
So
which is a smart idea if you're last.
True. So he's down to 6 seconds. Clay is still dealing with that 19. I mean, I guess serve it towards the end of the race. There's a bit of a pile up between the McLarens and the Ferraris, but Swankier, I still want to know what the heck Swankier was doing. Like, not just now in the pits, but in the hairpin, he was on the inside, like he got stuck on the wall. And also, I saw a Ferrari tap the back of a Red Bull on the straightaway under safety car. I'm not sure what that was about either, but I don't know. The race. I feel
like there's just a bit too much aggressiveness at the moment. It's like causing people to do like the most insane overtakes. I mean, it's Monaco. Overtakes are supposed to be hard here. You're not really supposed to be overtaking every corner. You've got to be patient and wait for a mistake.
Right, and I think the problem is the drivers in this league have been kind of conditioned to go for those overtakes when you get them. As a safety car is going in this lap, and Ash is going to lead off the rest of the grid as him and Dr. Bot almost tapped the wall. But I agree with you. There's been a lot of aggressive moves that just don't really need to be happening. Holy cow, what a start from the Red Bull. Did you see that? That was a lovely overtake.
It looked like Clay maybe got an illegal overtake on the Alpine of Aiden and then had to slow down to give the position back. Oh,
and that just opened the door for Tearful to climb through.
Yeah.
And look at Chris. Chris with his 3-lap old mediums. Really not 3-lap old because they're in a safety car, but, you know, Chris clawing his way. Oh, he's going to touch the Red Bull a little bit. Don't think he got any wing damage from that, but so far everyone is making it through cleanly, and there's not any pileups anywhere. Hopefully I don't jinx anybody.
Ash's main focus at the moment will probably to build that 3-second gap to Aiden and try not get many more penalties.
Yeah, well, I think everybody whose name isn't Aiden is just trying not to get any more penalties, and really Aiden's goal is to just not get a penalty, which I don't even know if he has any warnings up to this point. I imagine he at least has one.
There's already a 2.5-second gap from Ash to Aiden.
Look at the battling between Tearful and Chris. Chris and Tearful making contact, and now Nathan's going to go around the outside of Tearful. Are they going to make it through? Oh my goodness. I saw Tearful just go a little bit wide and bump.
And he just put Nathan in the wall.
Yeah, Nathan's been bumped into the wall. We're probably going to see, there's going to be quite a few reports after this race. This has been a very contact-heavy race.
It's going to be a long job for me.
I'll help you go through some of them for sure, and I just want to see them anyway. But there's been so much contact this race. I'd argue some of the walls are going to be reporting the drivers. This has been crazy. Brian just brought himself up into 7th after the unfortunate incident with Silver, which did take Silver out of the race. Oh boy, this has been a very, very wild ride. This has probably been one of the craziest races. This is probably the craziest race in the league since, as Chris just got another penalty. So now Chris is looking at 6 seconds worth of penalties as well. Honestly, I'd argue the penalties are going to be more important than the tire wear towards the end of this race. I'm not even sure if the tires...
I feel like the only ones safe from extra penalties will be Ash, Dr. Bod and Aiden, because they've just not been in any accidents whatsoever. I think those 3 are the most likely to win this race because I feel like everyone else has a chance of getting post-race penalties.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's on top of the penalties they already have, which a lot of drivers, including Brian, are suffering from. Brian does have a weird penalty. He has like a 5-second penalty or something random. I don't know, how do you even get a 2-second and a 5-second? How do you get a 2-second penalty? What did he even do? Oh, jeez. Clayton just got another... Clayton is looking at 22 seconds worth of penalties. Look at this battle right here. Tearful, Swankier, and Brian. Swankier swinging around the outside of Brian, just barely getting that position back. Or no, I think Swankier just stole that position from Brian, actually, because Brian was in 7th. But Brian is going to get the DRS here. I think Silver's going to get it, or Swankier's going to get it as well as he starts to catch it to Clayton. Clayton is finally in the pit serving that penalty. He's going to need another safety car if he wants a prayer of coming back into this race, because his penalty situation is ugly. Even if he shakes off those penalties, I think he's still looking at 12 seconds. I'm going to monitor the penalties really quickly, as I believe that's what it's going to be. Ash, as you can see, is starting to pull away from Aiden. So, or is he? I believe he is. Is Clay's penalties going down? It doesn't look like it is. I could have swore I saw Clay go to the pits. Did he not?
No.
I guess he didn't.
I think so.
That's odd. I guess he
yes, he was in the pits. He was in the pits, yeah.
Then where's his penalties haven't changed?
Maybe it didn't serve them.
I don't know, but really, the only real battle happening right now is still between Brian, Swankier, and Tearful.
Yes, and you've got to remember Tearful's got wing damage, so...
Oh, he's still never...
can be easy with wing damage, so he's the one to look out for. And Swanky's getting right on his back now.
True, and we've seen a mistake from Tearful already when he spun wide, and I believe he was the one who bumped Nathan down the track, who was still sitting in last place. And he looks like, I don't know if he pitted to fix the front wing damage. If he had front wing damage from that collision, I believe he did. But Brian is now catching up to Swankier again. And the last time these two were side by side, they made a collision close to the bay area. I forget. What just happened? The Novo chicane, that's what it is. Isn't that pronounced it? Novo? Novell? Novell? I think it's Novell. The chicane. Are we going to see more contact between the two? I think Brian's just going to back off, do what he did the last time early on in this race when he did it. He is. And we might see an overtake later on in the race. Unless we see a mistake from Swankier or Tearful. Not entirely sure just yet. But Tearful and Swankier is on 6-lap old tires. As Reese just joined, I don't know.
Oh, made a mistake.
Swankier made a little bit of a mistake. It's not going to do enough to allow Brian to come through. He's going to have to back off a little bit. And Swankier is now outside of the DRS range of Tearful. So now it's just going to be a battle between Tearful and Swankier and Brian. Because I think Tearful's going to start to pull away unless Brian can get around Swankier. Because Swankier's starting to struggle on those 7-lap old tires. I don't think Tearful's struggling as much, but Swankier definitely is. As Dr. Bod just got yet another penalty. We're looking at 9 seconds of penalties for Dr. Bod. So if he finishes if the race were to end right now, I believe he would finish in like 4th. And that would promote Chris into 3rd, which is unfortunate for him. But it's really this race right now is a battle of survival and the battle of who can get the least penalties. As Aiden still
he would be 3rd because Chris has 6 seconds as well. So.
Chris does have 6 seconds, so it actually wouldn't be as devastating as I thought. But if Chris can make up some time and catch up, which he might be able to do, because Brian is still struggling to get around Swankier. Swankier with honestly decent defending. I know it's a tough track and it's hard to overtake, but got to give credit where credit's due. Swankier's done a decent job defending, but now there's nothing he can do as Brian is just going to come right through and get that overtake done.
He hit the walls on the exit of the last corner.
And just did it again.
It's just really hurt his momentum, and Brian's got an easy overtake there.
And I believe that's going to be all she wrote for this battle, because I don't think Swankier's tires are going to allow him to push and fight Brian the way he wants to. He does have a lot of ERS to try and stay within the DRS reign of Brian, but he's already out of it, and it's only been a couple of corners. But I think DRS detection, the detection range is going to... By the time they get there, I don't think he's going to be close enough to get it back. Like, he's fighting right now to get back up there, but I think he's pretty much just accepted that it's no more. Who is Brian catching up to right now? Is Brian already catching up to Tearful? He is. And Swankier's going to get another. His former teammate Tearful steal. We're finally seeing this battle again. This time as rivals rather than teammates. Brian may have just gotten a warning there. Is Brian going to make the overtake on this straight? We'll just have to see. He's using the ERS. He's using the DRS. He's not going to get enough speed. He's not going to have enough time. We're going to see the overtake soon, but not this lap for sure.
Well, we need to remember that Tearful does have wing damage, so he's got quite a lot more burden with his car.
Indeed.
So we're going to see better performance from Brian.
We are, and Brian just touched him a little bit. I don't think he got any wing damage from that, but he's fortunate that he didn't, because that wasn't a light tap either. Tearful with the old tires. His may be more worn than Brian, because Brian's pretty good at saving tires, and Tearful's, I feel like he wears his down kind of hard. Is Brian still going to hang back there and not go for any crazy overtakes? Now remember, Tearful was the one going for those very aggressive moves earlier through the chicane, and honestly through the first turn as well. Brian with a bit more patience. So how would these two completely different driving styles interact with each other? Brian's going to send Tearful round. Tearful's going to go around, and he's going to auto reset, which you are not allowed to do, by the way. that was something stated in the rules. So if it's egregious, and Tearful what just happened? Tearful diving Swanky, or Swankier's going to dive on Tearful and get put in the wall. Clay's going to touch Swankier, and that's going to spread the grid out even more. What an ugly run through Rascas for the last couple of drivers. That was just unfortunate. So now Brian's definitely going to pull away, and I think that's all the battling we're going to see for a couple of laps. Aiden's still without a penalty, and he's only 4 seconds away from Ash. If he can bring that down to 3, he can put himself into first place. But he has to catch Dr. Bod first and get around him. And he has to hope Dr. Bod can gain some time to him. Because Dr. Bod has older tires, but they are hards.
In fact, I think both of them are catching Ash slightly.
Yeah, with that little mistake from Aiden, that's going to slow him down a little bit. So, who do you think, now that the race is settled down, there's only 3 laps left, who do you think is going to take it?
I think it's going to be Ash. I don't think, if Aiden wants to win this, he'd probably have to get in front of Dr. Bod, and within that 3 seconds, and maintain no penalties. Or we could see it a different turnout where Aiden stays where he is and Ash gets more penalties. So Ash will be hoping that he doesn't extend the track limits as well.
True. And do you know how many warnings Ash is on right now?
I have no clue, but I can have a look. Out of the many. So we're looking at Ash.
What for Ash?
There's so many. There's so many penalties.
I want to have a look at this myself while there's no racing, actually. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I would be able to tell you how many warnings he's got. I think he might be on his last warning until another penalty comes his way. If he extends the track, which hopefully, for him, he doesn't.
He has 2 track limits warnings currently. So he's on thin ice right now. As Clayton just got another time penalty, 25 seconds for Clay. I have no words. This has been a hilariously disastrous race. So I'm going to ignore the tires for now because the tire situation is finished. No one's going to be pitting. Maybe Clay to shake off that penalty, but I don't know.
Yes,
Truly,
well, they voted for Monaco. It was always going to be chaos.
Yeah, I know. Swankier just touched Clayton, and he's going to try to dive at the inside. He just bumped Clay. He doesn't even need to go for the overtake here. There's no point. Really, he could just sit behind him because he's not... Dignans is 17 seconds behind him. So even with his 9-second penalty, it's not going to change anything for him. I think... Yeah, this is really just a race of the penalties. Because even if something... The only thing that can happen between Swankier and Clayton right now is getting more penalties. Dr. Bod isn't gaining any time on Ash. Ash is now entering the final lap as he heads through the hairpin. And it's playing out just like you said. Aiden still hasn't gotten another penalty, and there's only a few more turns where he really could get one. So I think we're going to see him settle into second, and Dr. Bod is only a second and a couple tenths away from Ash, but his penalty is too great to get that move done. As I think we're going to see Ash is just going to win the race.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so his first race, so nervous about whether he's going to be able to even compete with the other drivers, and he's going to take home the win in the Monaco Grand Prix in season 7 of the Achillesir F1 League. So
let's see all the penalties come into play now.
So now we have to see where the penalties come. So Chris would have finished in fourth. Is he still going to? Because Brian is the second outside his range. I think he is.
Let's see.
He's going to beat
Yes,
Brian.
he is.
Tearful. Tearful, I think, is going to stay the same. I think everyone's going to stay the same except for Clayton. I think Clay is the only one that's going to fall back. Finishing the race with 25 seconds of penalties. Goodness gracious.
Yikes.
Swankier, not too far behind him. He's going to pass Clay. Is Alpha going to pass Clay? I'm not sure. Nathan is going to report someone for sure, as I actually need to create the reporting for him. I don't think I did that yet. Clayton's going to enter a position. Yeah, we're not going to use the old one. The old one is way too... There's way too much going on, dude.
Yeah.
But what a race. That was... I mean, actually, if you can even call it that, that was ridiculous. Congratulations to Alpha, or not Alpha, to Ash for winning the first race. I'm sorry, that was such a ridiculous... That may be the silliest race in the history of the Achillesir F1 League. Mm-hmm. I know the F123 League is doing like a 5-lap race with 3 people, but even that's not as crazy as whatever this was today.
Mm-hmm.
I have no words.
We've still got post-race penalties to go through.
Yeah, and...
So, the final standings might look completely different. It's crazy. But this is what we get from Monaco on the F1 game.
Imagine what this race would have been like if the full grid was here.
Oh. Way worse.
I have no words, but that's going to do it for this race. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did. I wanted to look through the director one more time. It didn't let me, of course. But Aiden is the only person to finish the race without a single penalty, and I feel like that's a feat within itself.
Yes, and I think that's going to show for like further into the season. If he's avoided penalties here, he's surely going to avoid penalties in a lot more races.
I sure hope so, because that was... that was easily the most ridiculous race I've ever seen in my life, but it was hilarious. Oh my goodness. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Mm-hmm. And I will see you guys next Saturday. RJ, thank you for joining me.
Yep, my pleasure.
We'll be back next week for whatever that track will be. They're going to vote for it afterwards. Actually, what I'll post the track vote, let people vote, and then we'll talk about it on stream and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that way no one's, what's the track?
Yeah, they'll probably be wanting to practice already. Yeah,
exactly, especially Brian.
Especially knowing Brian.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Practice. Like, you see him, you'll probably see him tomorrow, like, 10 in the morning from me, saying, oh, anyone want to practice? And I was like, oh my god, how does he do it?
I don't know.
That's why he was last year's champion, though, so gotta give it to him.
Exactly. For race 2, I'll post the link now. Should we vote as the commentator?
F1
no.
Has started. No, I won't vote.
Yeah, I'm not going to either. Okay. Yeah, people are going to want those, people are going to want those, oh, geez. I put season opener. That's my fault. It's not supposed to say season opener. Oopsie. People are going to want the reporting forms immediately. I already know. Oh my goodness. That was a hilarious race. That was absolutely hysterical.
Yep.
Let me open
Ooh,
up the
okay.
previous forms.
So qualifying in real life has been postponed to tomorrow morning because of the rain.
Discord and EA username. Username of who's the player being reported. What race did this occur in? Race did this occur in? We don't really need the turn.
Toyota Gazoo Racing wins the Hypercar World Championship for the manufacturers.
Whatchamacallit? Dang it. File if needed. If the offender is at fault. Or if you are not at fault. PO. Alright, reporting form is finished. I'm just keeping it very simple this time around.
Oh, good. Simple is good.
Alright.
Oh, apparently Swangia had a broken rear diffuser and broken rear wing.
How do you get a fucking rear diffuser?
It's either he's been hit in the back or he's reversed into the wall.
Next. F124 is your reporting form. You would like to report via any incidents. Here is the form to do so. Wait, is that the right link? Let me double check. Yes, it is. Okay, no, do not preview. I don't want you to preview. I want you to open the settings because I want to make sure it's right. Don't collect email addresses. Don't limit to one reside. For all uploaded files. 1 terabyte is crazy. No, just do 1 gigabyte. It's 100 gigabytes will be enough. Yep, perfect. Alright, we're chilling. Boom. Alright.
The fireworks.
Reports will be... Verdicts will be posted in... Alright, and as I'm looking at the track vote, looks like we're going to Spa. 9 responses so far. And there is an overwhelming like for Spa.
All Spa.
Silverstone seems to be pretty popular in a close second, but Spa is first. So, we'll see you guys next week at Spa.
Spa.
I'm going to have to write down some names because there are quite a few people who just no-showed, which I already said was unacceptable. So, I will be handling that shortly. And I'm also going to try to get my controller out from under my chair because it shouldn't be under there in the first place. But see you guys next week at Spa. And with that, I'm ending the stream. Alright. See you guys.